Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing great. So guys, on today's recipe I'm going to be sharing this delicious and inviting love shaped meat pie recipe so you can use to gift your loved ones on this Valentine season, and also you can make some for yourself to show yourself some love. Okay, so guys, let's jump into the list of the ingredients we're going to be using for this recipe. So I'm going to be using 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon of sugar, half teaspoon of baking powder, and half teaspoon of salt. I'm going to be using 200 grams of butter. I'm using unsalted butter. For all the list of the ingredients I'm using, please do check out the description box so you can get the full measurement and the list of the ingredients I'm using to make this meat pie. So I'm going to add in 1 egg, and I'll make sure I use my hands to work it into a breadcrumbs. And I will start by adding my milk bit by bit. As I said earlier, please do check on the description box so you can get the full measurement of all the ingredients I'm using on this recipe. So guys, you can see what I'm doing right now. You don't want your dough to be very soft, so you're going to make sure your dough is not too hard and not soft. So I'm going to be working on my dough for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. I'm not going to work on it that much. So after working on the dough, I'm going to get my cling film and wrap it and keep it on the fridge to rest for about an hour while I go on and make my filling. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using to make the meat pie filling: some carrots, scotch bonnet pepper, Irish potato, and onion. I'm using 500 grams of minced beef. So these are my carrots and Irish potato. I have chopped them into a very tiny piece. In here I have some spices that I'm going to use to spicing up my filling. You can check the description box, as I said earlier, to get the list of the ingredients. So I will start by adding vegetable oil to my pot, and I'm going to put in my onion. I'll add in some salt, some thyme, scotch bonnet pepper, and I'm going to be adding my minced beef. So I'm going to keep on stirring the beef in the fire until the color changes from pink to a cooked color. And right now I'm going to be adding in all the seasoning. So I'll give it a stir. I will go ahead and add in my chopped carrot and Irish potato. So right now I'm going to be adding enough water that will make sure it covers up my filling in the pot so it can cook properly. I'll add in enough water and I will cover it and allow it to cook for about 20 minutes until it's well cooked. So I'm going to be using some corn flour to thicken it up. You can use any flour that you have at home. Just mix your flour with some water, add it up as a thickener to thicken up the filling, and I will set it aside to cool down. So this is my filling. You can see how nice it looks like, and it tastes very delicious. So I'm going to be working on my dough for about 10 seconds, and I will divide it into 4 portions. When I'm done dividing, I'm going to get my rolling pin and I will flatten the dough on my work surface. And as this is a love shape meat pie, I'm going to be using a love shape cutter to get that shape. I already have a meat pie recipe on my channel, but this is a love shape recipe and I added more spices to spice it up, as it's Valentine and it's the season of love, so we need those nice and delicious spices to spice up our life. So guys, I hope you guys will enjoy this love shape meat pie recipe. I hope you can make some for your loved ones on this Valentine, and if you do, please don't forget to help me to hit that red subscribe button and subscribe. Show some love to this channel, as I'm showing you some love by bringing up this recipe for you to enjoy on this love season. So I'm going to be using my fork to make sure I tightly seal up my meat pie. And you can see I'm using my fork to make sure I use it to achieve the shape properly, in case my fork gave it a wrong shape while I was sealing it up. So I just make sure I work on it properly to get that nice love shape, and I will transfer it into my greased pan. So guys, when you're making your meat pie, you want to make sure you seal it up properly, as you don't want it to open up while it's on the oven. You don't want it to get burst, so you just make sure to seal it up with your fork to tighten it up properly. And please guys, if you love this recipe, don't forget to hit on the like button and give this video a big thumbs up. Drop me a comment letting me know if you love it, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can get more delicious and inviting recipes like this. So when I'm done transferring my meat pies into the tray, I'm going to be using my egg to give it a nice egg wash to get that glazing appearance when it's done cooking. And I'm going to be using my fork to pierce it so it doesn't get burst while it's in the oven. So at this moment, I'll transfer it into my preheated oven and set it on 30 minutes on 180 degrees to cook. And after then, you can see the outcome of my meat pie. It come out very nice. It tastes delicious. The filling was just like out of hand. Oh my goodness, this is the best filling I have ever gotten on my meat pie. Guys, try this recipe and let me know if you love it. Thank you very much for watching. Till I see you again. Bye bye.